Hello everyone, my name is Tahukan. Don't click off the video, but just a heads up, at the end of this video is a channel update, so if you're a regular viewer, stick around for that. Now, to the video. Joker is directed by Todd Phillips, written by Phillips and Scott Silver, and stars Joaquin Phoenix in the titular role of Joker. Admittedly, before I get into this review, I do want to say I was very excited for The Joker. It was one of the movies coming out this year I was most excited for, to be honest. Between this movie, Glass, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and Ad Astra, there wasn't all that much I was really excited for and expecting to be super good this year. On top of that, Joaquin Phoenix is one of my all-time favorite actors, and I haven't been disappointed by anything he's been in. Joker is no exception to that. Unlike the other movie Jokers, of which there are many, the Joker of Joker has no infatuation with Batman or with crime. As usual, I'm going to avoid spoilers, so the two major things I'm going to focus on here is 1, the differences of this Joker compared to every other Joker and his own characterization, and 2, Gotham itself. So, the Joker. Arthur Fleck is the man who grows into the Joker in this movie. We're introduced to Arthur in his 30s, living with his mother. He works as a clown for a living. Who Arthur is never really touched upon. Arthur never talks about who he is, only what others say he is. And I don't mean that it avoids the actual person he is, I mean it avoids how he views himself. He only says things about himself that are viewed by other people and told back to him. For instance, his mother tells him he's here to make others smile, and he lets that rule him entirely. As Joker progresses, Arthur's mental decline continues as well. The line between reality and illusion gradually blurs on and off, and unlike other Jokers who are master criminals, psychopaths, or sycophants dedicated to their ideals, Arthur doesn't have a goal. He's a victim to society. The warped society that is Gotham created the devil who will eventually bring about their savior. Arthur's only motives are self-serving. Despite that, you can almost feel sympathy for him at some points, mainly because of Joaquin's portrayal. And despite explicitly being an antagonist, a devil like I said, his motives are selfish but not self-aggrandizing. His humanity never disappears. It gets twisted, pulled, and warped, but through the writing and acting, Arthur Fleck is never gone. And at his core, Arthur Fleck is a victim doing all the wrong things. The twisted society Arthur lives in spurred him down this path. Disenfranchised with reality and too willing to step into a reality of his own making and rules of his own design, Arthur uses the excuse of Gotham to unshackle himself metaphorically from what people say he should do. Gotham is as much a character as Joker is himself in this movie. It's why Joker is so acclaimed in my opinion. Beyond the beautiful directing and color grading that draws you into its jarring world of contrasting idyllic visuals and gritty reality, Gotham itself is no longer just the backdrop for these stories. It's part of it. And you could make the argument that it being a backdrop isn't always the case, and that'd be a fair argument to make. No TV show or movie comes close to this, though. Drawing from the pages of the comic, Gotham is inspired by a 20th century New York, busy with people of varying morals, dirty alleys, contrasted by politicians putting on smiles, saying that it's not that bad. And to be clear, I'm not trying to get political here. I know a lot of people are making it political, in the media and other people reviewing it. I don't give a shit about that. I'm just talking about the movie. There are definitely some political themes to the movie itself. The character is entirely apolitical as he describes himself, but that doesn't remove any political meaning that the story was meant to carry. I'm not going to talk about that though, because I know you guys don't really care about that, and to be honest, I don't really want to do a review talking about all that. So, outside of Arthur, the only important character is Gotham. Everyone else seems to be a tendril of the city itself, showing what's wrong with everything in Arthur's mind about the world around him. As his mentality declines and infects him, the disease of Gotham goes even deeper. It's a beautiful character piece. I liked it a lot, but I do think it missed the mark in some areas. Less because it was bad, and more because I think it just wasn't great enough to merit a higher score. The supporting cast is alright. De Niro and Zazie Beetz are the only two standouts, and they aren't really standouts, so something can be said for underutilization of the entire cast, but I'm not that bothered by it. In retrospect, it makes the movie feel even more alone, and that was probably the point. My biggest complaints with Joker is that the most powerful performances in the film wait till the end, and that even though it's enjoyable and it's full of eye candy, the slower pacing with such an unreliable narrator can grate on some people. It's also not Joaquin Phoenix's best, and I know all of those can probably feel nitpicky saying that it's bad because the performances in the film all waited till the end, and that it was too slow, and that it wasn't his best performance, but I'm not picking those apart saying that, oh, they should have had him do more here, or do that, or do that. I'm just saying that because of all of those, the movie doesn't have a lot of flash. For me, I enjoyed it, but it definitely was not a 10 out of 10 or a perfect movie. There was a lot it could have improved on in certain areas. For instance, his role in Paul Thomas Anderson's The Master, starring him and Philip Seymour Hoffman, was far better and a much better character piece. If you want a movie to be a character piece, I just think more should be done overall with the character. And there was stuff done, but I just don't feel like it was enough. That's all. I liked it. If it was bad, I'd say it's bad. This doesn't make the movie bad, it's just one of the flaws with it, which is why I'm giving it a score I'm giving it. Overall, I give Joker an 8 out of 10. It's good, but not great. I recommend seeing it in theaters, but don't expect the greatest film of the year. Joker is a beautiful character piece. I liked it a lot, but I do think it missed the mark in some areas. Less because it was bad, and more because I think it just wasn't good enough to merit a higher score. I'd love to hear what you guys thought about Joker in the comments, or if you have any video suggestions. I read all the comments and love replying and discussing stuff with you guys. If you'd like to do that even more directly, you can join my Discord server where you can talk to me. And before I end the video, I do want to talk about that little update I said at the beginning. As of now, I will no longer be doing weekly videos on the channel. This year's been pretty slow for drama, which is why Hot Garbage hasn't been done much, but the more pressing factor is I don't want to make content that's half-assed or on something I'm not confident with. I've been doing weekly videos for a long time, and recently I've been slipping off without that, and I just want to be clear that looking back at what I'm doing, I'm not going to be able to do them anymore. Quality over quantity. That's what I'm going to do from here on out. I don't want to become disillusioned with my content or grow tired of it. So I'm going to focus on doing videos that have a lot of meat to them. I hope you guys understand. I'll still get at least a video or two out each month, but there's 52 weeks in a year, and there's just not enough things to talk about. At least right now. At least with the quality and effort I want to put into them. And I really, really want to avoid burnout. So thank you guys for understanding, and if you're still a little confused, feel free to comment and I'll try and explain in a bit more detail if I can. I don't know, maybe I can answer a question you specifically have that's just not occurring to me to say right now. In any case, thank you guys for watching. You know the drill, there's links for everything you could possibly want in the description, Patreon, Letterboxd for all my reviews, my merch store, my Twitter, all of that is in the description, and my Twitch channel where I stream. If you're interested in any of that, click the description, you can find it all there. And as always, I'll see you in the next video. Huge thank you to Patreon supporters Anonymous and Matt Porter. I really appreciate it.